Can you tell us a bit about your visit today to the nuclear plant, what it was that you saw, if anything has changed from the last time?
Well, yes, the first observation that I can share with you is that the increased military activity, which I was referring to on the basis of the information I had before going, is obvious in terms of military presence, signs, visible signs of damage and destruction before you get to the place. So it is obvious that this area is facing perhaps a more dangerous phase in terms of the ongoing conflict, which confirmed one of my assumptions in the sense that we have to step up our efforts to get to of the plant. Then at the plant, of course, the visit was very, very important for me. I was able to make an assessment of the damage that the plant sustained, especially the attacks and the shelling on November 20th, which was quite severe. So that was for me quite important to have a look at that. These affected 2 reactors. So there is, wittingly or unwittingly, reactors were hit, or the buildings of the reactors were hit or in the vicinity. So this is very serious. This is very serious. I was also able to look at some and evaluate some of the measures that have been taken by the operators there, which are also important. So for me, this visit was really very valuable to confirm my evaluation of the seriousness of the situation, the gravity, I would say, of the situation, and the need for us to get to results as soon as possible.
The reactors that were hit, were they
outside
outside
the buildings?
The buildings.
Yeah.
Were they outside the buildings of the reactors that are in cold shutdown or hot shutdown?
The 2 that were hit were in cold shutdown, but it doesn't matter. This is a nuclear reactor where a lot of nuclear material is there, and it confirms the impression that we had and the evaluation that we had, that what is happening requires a response and some action soon.
Do you believe, yesterday you said that you believe that an agreement is close on protection?
Well, I was not negotiating in Zaporizhzhya. I negotiate in Kiev, I negotiate with the Russian counterparts wherever I meet with them. But this visit was essential for me to make my own assessment, to have my own assessment of the gravity of the situation, and some of the technical assumptions that I have when I make my proposals. So in this regard, I think it was very important, and it will be also important in my conversations, my consultations, my negotiations, because I have seen it with my own eyes. I, of course, have my teams here, and they report to me regularly, and they will continue. We were able to change the teams. There is a new team now there, which will continue its work. So that was for me very, very important. We were also, if you allow me to move on to another subject, which is also very important to discuss, issues related to the staffing of the plant, the number of operational staff that is available. So now I'm taking new information with me, which I will be evaluating, and I will be sharing my conclusions with the operators, and also, of course, with Ukraine in order for the agency to make the necessary recommendations.